Hey, and welcome back to Wind Waker here on the Hidden Triforce. We're still here in the Forbidden Woods, and we're going to complete this dungeon here in this episode. And last one we got the Boomerang. We completed the first half, and now we're going to actually explore a little bit. I believe you guys can hear an ambulance running around outside. That's irritating, but whatever. Hopefully that person is not dead. But we find out. I guess watch the news in Cincinnati and see if somebody died near Ludlow Avenue. So that ambulance was probably getting them. Anyways, with the Boomerang, we're able to do a lot of cool things now. The Wind Waker was the first Zelda game in which you could target multiple items with the Boomerang and really just have yourself a grand old time with it. In this game, you can target up to 5 items, or I guess, yeah, 5 items at once, which is kind of nifty. It definitely makes it a weird boomerang. Most boomerangs don't just fly all over the place in whatever direction, but this is a special magic boomerang. It's a skill one that Link has been mastering for years. So with that, we're now able to severe a bunch of ropes and ivy off of things. So we're gonna go ahead and just drop down, hopefully. Alright, I only did a little bit of damage to us, so we're in good shape. I'm going to take us to get a treasure chart in this video. There's another treasure chart that we can actually get now, way back at the beginning of the dungeon. I'm not going to get that. I'm actually going to pass on it. So, whatever. Sorry. If you guys want it, go back to the room that had the multiple levels of the Dekubaba plant seeds or whatever, the sprouts that you fly up on, and you can kind of work your way up. That's pretty much what you need to do, but I'm not. So, and then there, I believe there is a treasure chest that had some vines growing on it, which you can now destroy with your boomerang. Anyways, I'm gonna fall into this really muddy, nasty water, and these guys, I hate these guys so much. Cannot wait to never see these guys ever again, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. So yeah, now we also have ourselves another new enemy to the game. It's these, I guess, I don't really know what they are. Tentacle coming from the ground, little hentai monster. They pretty much never stop spawning that I am aware of, though I might be completely off base. And then they grab you and they try and pull you close. They sort of remind me of the dead hand, or dead arm, dead hand, whatever it is from Ocarina of Time, that boss in the Shadow Temple. There's a lot of these kind of random chests throughout this dungeon that gives you just minor items like 10 rupees or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one. Now if you want to continue on with the actual dungeon, go left. If you want to get a treasure chest, go the way that I am heading now, and go ahead and kill this guy. This part is not necessary for completing the dungeon. It'll just get you a nice treasure chest. So I'm going to go ahead and do this since I'm here. Figure why not. The boomerang is fantastic for doing a couple of things. One is killing these Dekubaba plants in one hit. The other is knocking these guys out of the sky. Previously we could use the Deku Leaf to do so, but it wasn't as effective. It would just kind of blow them and stun them, and they just get up and fly again. But with this, you can actually just kind of kill them. It's so much easier. Now there's this hole which we need to get in a different way. We need to come in through the top to get what we need, and I'm trying to kill this guy who doesn't want to let me because I can't get a good angle. What we need to do is come up here. Now I was talking about the design of the game or the dungeon earlier, and I said I'd come back to something, and this was in the last video. And what I was talking about is that's twice in this video that I feel like I should have grabbed onto a ledge that Link hasn't. Okay, but I really like the design on the wall throughout this room. Forbidden Woods kind of takes place in the ground. It's a ground earth kind of leaf temple. And the way that I am seeing this is that we are quite a bit underground right now. We've dropped down a huge hole. We were kind of in the main story canopy level, I guess, and now we are not. And you can see all of these fossils and shell designs on the wall, and you can see different levels of sediment in the ground. I think that's pretty cool that they did that. I don't know if they're supposed to be representing that we are underground, or if we are just in a room that someone thought would be cool to design this way, but I really get the feeling that we are supposed to be underground. Though somebody still came into this area at some point to install this trolley system. So I wonder who did this. If it was the Kokurai before they evolved into the creeps that they are now. I don't know. That would be an interesting thing. I think it would be a really cool little introspective article that Nintendo could release, like a book, sort of like Hyrule Historia, that goes over the people who designed the dungeons, the temples, etc. Because there's some really creative dungeons, and a lot of the stuff in these dungeons just makes no sense on how stuff got there, because they often seem to be uninhabited, but then they're filled with all these cool little features, kind of like this. Anyways, going to ignore that now. We got this treasure chart so we can return back to actually proceeding on with the main story and quest of this dungeon, and I guess just going where we need to go. So go ahead and just jump on back, and we're going to return to the room that we were just in. So as I said earlier, if you wanted to proceed, you could have just skipped this room and gone down. We need to throw this because I guess this plant likes to regenerate its vines, however that works. And what we need to do is just blow it down the hallway while avoiding these Octoroks. So your best bet is just kill them or just ram into them if you don't really care about taking damage from them as you get close. Now, this is kind of a tedious process here. A lot of just kind of blowing your deku leaf again and again to make this thing go down the slow, muddy river. There's no current, unfortunately, so it's all up to us. And it just takes a lot of back and forth, just really just slow. And I've had two of these Octorok. I don't know what they're shooting at me. Is it like a ball of energy? Is it a rock? They normally shoot like rocks, hence the name Octorok. But those don't really look like rocks. They look more like a crystal than anything. More like a magical spell. I don't know. Anyways, just gonna go ahead and run past these hentai monsters. And we're gonna get locked in this room. Now this room is nothing overly exciting. We're going to get the main I guess the boss key of the dungeon. And what you need to do, and I'm gonna mess this up, is I was having trouble using the gyroscopic controls of the gamepad. I was kind of like just kind of awkwardly shifting my character and not moving it as smoothly as I wanted to, and I messed that up. As you can tell, I'm kind of jerking around a little bit, but you actually need to, I did that wrong again. You need to go around and avoid this kind of trunk that's in the way. So I'm going to go counterclockwise, and that will suffice and hit all of these how I need to. He's got a good arm on him. And doing so will unlock the gate where we can get the boss key. Fantastic. And with that, we've got the main item that we were wanting to acquire in this video, so we're almost done. Now we just have to get to that room itself, and we're not going to fight the boss in this video. That will be the next video. But before we leave this room, we've got to fight off a couple of these moblins. Now I'm going to suggest whenever you see a moblin or a similar enemy, you use your grappling hook on them. And wow, that guy just got up and just swallowed me. And doing so, you can steal a necklace from him. Now, as I mentioned in the last video as well, these enemies are really expressive. You saw that when you took that item from him, he had like this look of what just happened on him, and I just really love all of that. But I'm not going to. How did that guy? He just like punched me. He didn't have a weapon in his hand. He just like punched me and sent me flying. So I'm just gonna kill him, hopefully. Stun him. Again, they got that like dazed, whoops, just got smacked in the face with a boomerang look. I just love it. I cannot express how much I love what they did with the enemies here in this game. Anyways, now that we have that completed, you'll notice that the room is still blocking us in, so we have to find another way out. You can just reset the game, that's one way out, and then work your way back where you need, or I don't know if that will work, but so don't take my advice. But we're going to use the grappling hook, and there's this area up here. It's kind of hard to find if you don't know what to look for. So just swing on over. And this is going to take us back to an area that we were before. So yeah, you can just reset it if you really get lost. So I'm sure some people have done that. We're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna skip killing these guys. I'm just gonna jump in the water and climb my way out. It's faster that way. And now that we have the boomerang, we are back here. We can progress a little bit farther. Now, whoops. What happens is if you blow this once, I was trying to blow it multiple times to get it to go faster and faster, but that is not what you need to do. Just blow it once, and then you can jump in and just fly your way up. Now there is a timer, and you can hear it like clicking with the time, so you just got to be quick and just land your way over. Now we can now get into this room since we have the boomerang and destroy the viney overgrowth and just proceed forward. Gonna get locked in here again with a couple of monsters, a couple of Mofulas. These are the smaller ones, nothing to be afraid of. I'm gonna parry that guy, smack this one. I really like jump attacking these guys for some reason, but yeah, they're really easy to defeat at this point. And you get a chest for it. So again, another one of these sort of worthless chests that they just kind of put in there for whatever reason. But you get a joy pendant, and they're flocking to me just like the description says. I'm trying to figure out. That's the room I just came in. This is the one I need to go to. Let's go ahead and grab that. That's another item about the Wind Waker that I really like, those kind of energy spheres, but whatever. We're now at the end here, so thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the boss fight in the next video here in the Forbidden Woods. Thanks for watching, everybody.